Oi friends, happy Sunday. Today I wanted to talk about reflections and why it's important to look at yours. When we hear the word reflection, we typically think of the mirror and the reflection in the mirror we use as a tool to further improve our aesthetic. Well, the mirror might just represent a lot more than just our image and what we look like. The mirror, the reflection, it could be soul deep, and I'll explain. The reflection, or some cultures interpret it to be a kind of opposite, or reflective opposite, you know what I mean? It's not exactly the same as looking at ourselves from another person's view, but with the mirror is like the best we have to really take a look at our own image. Well, just like I'm out here right now at the park, near the water tower, near the county building, walking outside, what would be the reflection of this? Wouldn't that be indoors, stationary, not where the birds are, not where the trees are? That'd be the exact opposite. And in both, I do see myself, okay? In both, I do see myself. In both settings we find ourselves in, and we do operate in those, under those conditions. All right, I'm going somewhere here. So, listen. So the reflection of me being outdoors is equivalent to me being indoors. Well, what about the reflection of something moral, or something that's not tangible like that, like morality in general, justice, good soul, good being a good person? And the reflection of that is evil, right? And the reflection of good is evil. Well, how you prepare yourself inward is really what's going to reflect outward. I know people have heard that before, and it seems to be one of those things that you hear some gurus talk about, or coaches talk about. Well, you think about it and think about the truth that is within it, the laws and the rules and the policy that your house lives by. That's really what you're going to be taking outdoors when you go outside. So if you live in a household where it's the correct policy to curse like a sailor and speak loudly and vulgarly, that would be expected to come up at some point when you're not at the home base. Okay? So you get what I'm saying? There's definitely a connection to how we are indoors versus how we are outdoors, how we speak to ourselves versus how we speak to other people. There is a reflective quality, there is a deep connection, and it's not just intangibles. Really, you could take the theory and take the concept pretty deep and connect it and use it as a tool to help you connect, parts of your life or patterns in your life that might seem unexplainable. Well, it might just be that we're experiencing the reflection of something else. Okay, so the opposite of safety is danger, right? And right now I'm outside of the park, approaching the stop sign in a beautiful city. I feel safe I feel free. I feel calm. I feel great. Well, I'm experiencing the opposite of something, right? And the opposite of all those things that I just said is not so good. So I think we should keep that in mind when we're out and about and we're living life and we're experiencing good health and good energy and wellness, etc. It's awesome that we get to be where we are at this time and we get to be alive in this moment. But definitely remember, we're experiencing the opposite of something. And when you see the good in someone, that too is a reflection on who they are and who they are intending to be. Okay, so it's a bunch of pieces and parts, and it's like it's like one of those collages of magazines, or you see those dream boards or anything like that. It's like a mix match. You're just taking different elements and different pieces of what happens to you and what reflection that you see in yourself and what reflects off of you from other people, from your parents, from the school you were at, from the people at your job, from the things that happen to you, from your relationships, etc. So looking at each individual a little differently now, that what I'm describing basically is saying that people essentially are the mirror themselves, right? We are the mirror. So that's going to be the title of the video. We are the mirror. Have you looked at your reflection? What do you think about your reflection? Do you look good in the mirror? Do you think you not look good? I've had situations where I had to work through, where I had to go and even get surgery to correct something to make my confidence increase when I look in the mirror. And it's a good thing that we can do this. We have these options and we can do these things and do these modifications to anything and everything that it should be and makes sense to be. So definitely I feel that everything that we experience that's good, we should remember that it is actually the reflection of something else. So when I'm in health, when I'm feeling great, when I'm feeling amazing, I'm feeling the reflection of the opposite of sickness, and I'm thankful to be feeling the opposite. And I know that life is a balancing game in the end. I try hard to keep my health at top notch, but we have habits, we have diet challenges, we have everybody has challenges with their health. Health is a fluctuating thing. It doesn't ever just quite stay the same for too long. It moves up and down and up, and and you can do your best not to ever get sick, but eventually, right, a cold does happen, a headache does happen, a stomach problem does come up. One reason that I'm outside and I'm really trying to feel the wellness is because I know, God forbid if I ever do fall to some bug or fall to some cold seasonal allergy, I'm going to know that, hey, I experienced the opposite for a long time. I got outdoors. I got to take a video of the Capitol from the northern edge of Madison. I got to go to all kinds of parks and give people my opinions and my views about these things that are important to me. It's not easy to explain this sort of stuff to people because, most people, they're just going to be kind of looking at you and like, okay, well, that's introspective and, that's deep per se, but You know, it's like you really look at the world differently when you realize that people are more or less the mirrors themselves, and they're reflecting and they're working on their mirror and their image and how they interpret and view themselves, and contrasting with how they look to other people and how they handle their business outward and public relations and just how they treat people in general. So there's always a connection. I guess there are really no blank people, you know, our language, our thoughts, it's in the language, right? I was taught English as a young, growing up. So my thoughts are in English, but other people in different languages have different thinking patterns and think in a different language. And yeah, it's all about a reflection. It's all about being influenced by somebody else and what somebody else believes, and humankind really ruling over one another, and us not really being who we thought we were, you know, and understanding that you're just a mashup, you know, of different experiences and different memories and different perceptions and different angles and different, whatever name you want to put on it, the different attributes and the different elements that bring about your personality. It is a deeper subject though, you know, and I'm no expert in psychology or sociology or analyzing the human brain. I just know that our thinking really seems to make a big difference, and our mood can really make a big difference on our life. And that alone tells me that there's more to it, you know. It's like the key to even. Everybody wants the key to even, you know. And what is the secret, you know? Is that one of the secrets that of life, that we ourselves are the mirror? You know, the mirror is a tool in the restroom and in the car and all the places that we find mirrors, but we actually are a form of a mirror, or a blank canvas, and we get marked, and we get marked as things happen in life. And the painting that reflects, the painting that shows, is a combination of many different marks made upon us. All right, so hope this video gets out to the right person, gets to the people who will benefit from it. Pretty interesting, pretty deep perspective here. Thank you very much. Lens Go Deep signing off.